Hello, my name's Laurie Penny, and I've just been on tour around Germany and other places with my little book, Meat Market. Um, and I'm going to read now from the conclusion, which is just very short, but it gives you a bit of a flavour. Okay. Meat Market. Conclusion. The neoliberal repugnance for women's bodies must be understood as a fundamental part of the strategies of working capital that sustain global production. Individual women's anxiety about keeping our bodies under control is part of the same structure of violence and oppression under whose auspices cultural, physical and sexual violence is done to the bodies of low-status women, poor women, migrant workers, transsexual women, sex workers and every other person living and working at the coalface of the so-called gender war. The recent revival in feminist sentiment across the West has so far failed to produce an adequate sense of political totality, whereby a programme for resistance to oppression might be developed. Such resistance is possible, but it will involve a sustained and serious attack on the basis for control of women's bodies, the social basis, work, domestic labour, political power and intimacy. This is not a small task, nor is it one that can be accomplished purely on the basis of individual sexual and physical empowerment. We cannot fuck our way to freedom. Sexuality alone, and heterosexuality in particular, is never enough to destabilise complex architectures of money and power. Without political agitation, sex can always be co-opted, calcifying gender revolution into another weary parade of saleable binary stereotypes. We cannot shop our way to freedom. Even if we eventually manage to buy enough shoes, enough makeup, and enough confidence-boosting surgical butchery to justify our place in the labour exchange of female beauty, we will find ourselves marginalised by the very processes of physical transformation that promise to liberate us. And we cannot fight the system on our own. Learning not to despise our own flesh is a political statement, and learning to eat and love and nurture ourselves, a vital process for any woman wishing to engage positively with the world of power. But however hard we try to love our bodies, that alone will not make us free. The personal is political, but as far as feminism is concerned, the political need not always collapse into the personal. Popular culture's insistence on feminine erotic capital is a strategic part of the subsumption of women's labour, and the solution is collective as well as individual. For women, the personal is political precisely because our bodies are collective sites of material production. It follows that if we want to re-enfranchise ourselves, we must collectively refuse to submit to capitalist body orthodoxy. There is nothing more terrifying to a society built on female purchasing power and unpaid labour than the notion that women might refuse to join the cell. Patriarchal capitalism can put up with a great deal of women's chatter as long as we refrain from saying the one word nobody wants to hear, the one word nobody believes when women say it, the word no. Only when we remember how to say no will the women of the 21st century regain our voices and remember our power. No is the most powerful word in a woman's dialectic arsenal, and it is the one word our employers, our leaders, and from time to time the men in our lives would do anything to prevent us from saying. No, we will not serve. No, we will not settle for the dirty work, the low-paid work, the unpaid work. No, we will not stay late at the office, look after the kids, sort out the shopping. We refuse to fit the enormity of our passion, our creativity and our potential into the rigid physical prison laid down for us since we were children. No, we refuse. We will not buy your clothes and shoes and surgical solutions. No, we will not be beautiful. We will not be good. Most of all, we refuse to be beautiful and good. If we want to be free, the women of the 21st century need to stop playing the game. We need to end our weary efforts to believe that our bodies are acceptable and begin to know, with a clear and brilliant certainty, that our persons are powerful. And that's it. Thanks.